Hey guys, welcome to Whiskefy TV. It is Whiskey Wednesday and I have two new bottles. Well, not two, I've opened them already, but I have two bottles to sample this evening. Now, as you may see, they are open. Yes, I have sampled, so I'm very excited. To my left, your right, I have the Bulleit Bourbon from... God. I literally had a mental blank. Forgot what the distillery was. Stitzelweller. God, that took forever.
I wasn't going to give it to you.
Alright, yes, from the Stitzelweller facility in Kentucky. I can't exactly remember where it is. It should tell me. No, it's imported into Australia. Has a location. God, this is going to be terrible. It's going to be a terrible film this evening, I'll tell you that. And then to my right, your left, I have the Bulleit Rye. So the difference between these two is the...
I've got the location for you.
Okay, what's the location?
The suburb is Shively in Louisville, Kentucky.
There we go. Louisville for the locals.
Louisville for all the foreigners.
Yeah, for us foreigners, because we were told that in Chicago. It's called Louisville, and then I was like, Whoville? Yeah, there you go. Yes, to my right, your left is the Bulleit Rye. Now, the difference between these two is obviously one is a rye whiskey, the other one is a bourbon. The classification for bourbon, there's like this big, I want to say, governing body for bourbons in the US, and they say there's 4 characteristics that define a bourbon. The people from Kentucky believe there's 5. The actual governing body says there's 4. So for it to be classified as a bourbon, it needs to have no extra additives, so whatever they pull out of the barrel, it must be distilled. It must be made of grains consisting of like a rye or wheat base, corn and barley, all formed into a mash and then obviously distilled. It has to go into the barrel at 160 proof and then distilled out into the bottle at 125. But I am just double checking my information. I believe 40% at 80 proof. Now, with obviously it differs, but I believe in Australia we actually lose about 3% due to some government organisation that thinks we can't handle our liquor. So.
And what's the other?
Oh yeah, sorry. So what the Kentucky people reckon is it's made in Kentucky. Now,
it has to be made in Kentucky.
It has to be made in Kentucky, but it's funny because the Hudson, I want to say Hudson small batch bourbon is actually made in New York, and it's classified as a bourbon. So if you ask the people from Kentucky, it has to be made in Kentucky because 95% of the world's bourbon is made in Kentucky, so they say. That's what they say. Anyway, I'm rambling. Let me give you a quick breakdown of this. It's basically just, as I said, the bourbon, so it's made of rye, corn, 51% corn. 51% corn makes it a bourbon. So yeah, this is obviously 51% corn. It's got the rye grain and it's got malted barley. So this actually has a higher percentage of rye compared to majority of the bourbons. So straight off the bat, just uncork the sucker and have a sniffy sniff. I just think this stuff's amazing. It's like liquid gold. It's actually imported by Diageo. And you guys may notice I went and bought some, I want to say Glencairn glasses rather than my standard Baccarat double-walled espresso glasses, as you can see. Yes, but I will pull the second one. That's good stuff. I'm super happy. Just come home from work. This is what I want to do. It's amazing. Okay, so first off, bit of a sniffy sniff. It's weird, my palate's really dulled out tonight, so I'm not getting much of a smell. It's more... Oh no, there we go. A bit of spice, but not much else, but we'll see. Jesus. Okay, I'll try that one again, because I nearly died. That's a lot better. So just a little bit of flavour at the front of the tongue, but other than that, goes down really smooth. Kind of the sweeter notes to that one. As I said, there's a little bit of spice to it because of the rye content. I don't know if I'm getting maybe a vanilla out of that, but all in all, not too bad. $45 a bottle for the 700 mils at your local Dan Murphy's. Or any very good alcohol retailer that I normally shop at.
Usually Dan's.
Yeah, usually my mate Dan's. But flicking back over to the rye, also Sitzuela facility in Louisville, Kentucky. Now, my favorite thing about smelling this bottle, or actually opening the lid of this one compared to what I'm getting out of that, is I can smell the same smells I was getting when we went for a walk through the end of last year, and it's just all, as soon as you open the doors to the rick house, you can just smell all the spices and delicious gold that they keep there. And that's exactly what it reminds me of. So once again, a bit of a sniffy sniff. So yeah, this one is going to be a lot more spicier because of the rye grain. So I'm like salivating thinking about it.
Technically why it's a whiskey, not a bourbon, right?
That's exactly right. Good question from the audience. God, you're good. But yes, as you can see, that says Frontier Whiskey because it does contain, well actually it doesn't contain 51% corn, which is a 95% rye and 5% barley. So, well, malted barley. Yeah, once again, imported by Diageo. And owned by Diageo too. So, sniffy sniff, now, taste. Try not to choke on this one as well. So, a little bit of flavour at the front. Oh, sorry, a lot of flavour at the front. And then it's moving down the side of my tongue, which is nice. But yeah, just a lot more spicy on the palate. Similar flavours, so a little bit nutty because of the... Oh, I forgot. Another one of the characteristics about the bourbon is it has to be in a new American white oak charred barrel.
Doesn't have to be white oak. Just has to be a new barrel.
Oh.
Oak barrel.
There you go.
Yeah. And 160 proof was right for the barrel, 125 proof or less into the bottle.
There you go.
That's just
Well, it has to be minimum 125 or less.
no,
Maximum?
Maximum 125 or less.
Yeah. But we're sitting at about 80 proof for this one. And that's from barrel to bottle. But as I said, it normally comes out a little bit higher because we normally get about 86%, but they cut it because of our government.
Australian legislation, basically. Doesn't allow them to sell that high strength alcohol here.
But yeah, we're playing with about 40% on that one, and this one is 45%. So pretty standard drinking stuff. You just good sipping. You run it over ice. But yeah, it's just delicious gear.
Anything you'd pair them with, either meal wise or drink wise?
Interesting. No, because I'm not well versed in the subject. But
what's your favourite thing to pair them with?
A second glass.
Fair enough.
But yeah, that's. I didn't realise it's engraved on the bottom.
There you go.
There you go. But yeah, that's seriously all from me. Thank you all for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. I mentioned it in my other video. It'll get posted before this one. That's all good. But yeah, we did film this the other day. It was meant to get posted a week ago, but someone, me, forgot to... Is the mic on?
Mic is on.
Oh, see? That would have been awkward. Otherwise, we would have did the whole thing again. I even learnt new stuff tonight. But yeah, I forgot to turn the mic on last week, so filmed the whole thing, go to edit it. Mic ain't on. Gotta love it. But yeah, seriously guys, so much love. Thank you all for watching. If there's anything I can do better, I want to do better. So, love y'all.